All right, here we go. Boosie, welcome back. It's actually been a short period of time this time around. Usually it's been a few 6 months, 9 months past, but what, 3 months later, you're back on again.
Right. Yeah.
A lot going on in your life.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
You reached out to me like, yo, we got to do another one. I'm like, I'm not going to turn that down. The biggest thing that happened today, actually, as we're filming this, is the tragedy at Astroworld.
Yeah.
8 people dead. 8 people dead. Like, you hear of occasionally someone, maybe one person dying, getting trampled. I've never seen a hip-hop show where 8 people died. Have you?
Me neither. All I was thinking about my kids. I said my kids are never going front row or nothing to any concert. They going backstage. I don't give a fuck what concert they going to. They going backstage, meet the artist or whatever they want to do, and watch from the side behind the stage. Because, bro, that's just... I woke up and saw that shit this morning. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. And the stories are kind of sketchy right now. They're saying that someone was running around like injecting people with drugs or something. Like, and they're saying it might have been an attack, kind of like a terrorist attack in a way, where they knew there's going to be a bunch of people, there's going to be a lot of chaos and rushing and everything. And, the same way, remember there was that big concert that happened in Las Vegas. There was a sniper. You know what I mean? They're saying it's along those lines, maybe. But right now, like as we're speaking, the news is very like, kind of just trickling in and no one really knows. And Travis, I guess, was even performing as people were dying and they were trying to get him to stop. And it was a disaster, man. It was an absolute disaster and a tragedy. I think this is probably the biggest hip hop concert tragedy maybe since Puffy threw that celebrity basketball game back in the 90s where a bunch of people got trampled and died. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that happened. He threw a celebrity basketball game and then people couldn't get out. Well, people started rushing it. People started rushing to try to get in and they ended up like chaining the doors shut so people wouldn't sneak in and then a bunch of people got crushed. You know what I mean? But it's scary. It's scary, especially as someone for yourself who throws these big concerts because, you know that the families are going to sue.
Hell
That. You know that. And I think Live Nation is actually like the main force behind that. But Live Nation's going to get sued. Travis Scott's probably going to get sued. Not to say it's right, because I don't think it's right. I don't think it's any of their faults. But you know how this shit goes.
Yeah, they going to want a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, does that make you a little bit apprehensive as you're throwing these next big shows?
I was mostly thinking about my kids. I wasn't thinking about my safety or nothing like that. I wasn't thinking about my safety or nothing like that. I was mostly thinking about my kids' safety.
Yeah. It's sad. In terms of what's happening right now, the thing that everyone's talking about is that a man seemingly confronted you and I guess your son out in a public place. That video's going viral. Now people are pointing out that it doesnn't look exactly real because, he looks a little familiar.
Nah, Vlad, bro, there was somebody recording. That was a part of a film. We was doing a film. Okay. And it was a part of a film. It didn't happen in real life like that. It was a scene. It was a scene to a film.
Okay, because I guess the guy was Mario the comic?
Yeah.
Right. A bunch of people DM me was like, no, that's Mario the comic. This ain't real. I can see the boom mic and all that. But, in the beginning, it looked real.
Yeah. They've been on my ass about that, bro.
Okay. So what movie is this for?
This was for Where Is MJ?
Okay. And when's that coming out?
Look like Christmas. It might be Valentine's Day, but more like Christmas Day. I'm on point to drop it on Christmas Day. I'm just editing right now, so it should be Christmas Day, but it's a great film, Vlad. It's the funniest film I damn near ever saw in my life. Like, it's that funny, bro. Like, he gonna have your stomach hurting. So, like I say, Vlad, I'm dropping 4 films every year, bro. So, I found a way, you know. Yeah.
Right, because wasn't Mario the comic in your first film?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. And, we talked about your whole film in detail, in our last interview. And, now a couple months have passed. How did the film do overall?
I'm at like 2.5 in like 37 days, so.
Okay. So you invested a few $100,000 and you're looking at 2.5 million. Pretty much 10 times your money.
Right. In 1 month.
Right. In 1 month. And we're not done yet because like we were talking about before the camera started rolling.
Right now it's starting to slow down a little bit. So, I might take it somewhere else now, but I own everything. So I basically do what I want with it, man. And this next one gonna be bigger than this one though. So, and after that, I'm dropping another one also. So I'm focused on these films. I'm just focused, bro. I'm on my grind hard. A lot of stuff going on in my life, but I'm grinding, bro. I got 2 albums dropping on November 19th. Back to BR in Mississippi. Like, man, I'm grinding, bro. Like, a lot of people, I got a lot against me right now. But, I got a lot of people, proud of me and proud of what I'm doing and how I'm carrying myself and how I'm taking care of my business and speaking up for what I speak up for.
Well, the whole thing with the guy confronting you was staged, like we just talked about. But has anyone ever said anything to you negative about what you've said about Lil Nas X or the gay community in public, even if they yelled across the room or whatever else?
Nah. All my gay fans love me. I don't even know where the other hate be coming from. All my gay fans love me. I don't have problems with none of my gay fans. Like, we chop it up. We be all in the airport together. Like, I don't have problems from gay people when I see them. I just really have problems on social media. I get death threats, Vlad. I've been getting death threats for about 6 months. Every time I wake up in the morning, I get death threats through my DM and shit.
The gay mafia is on your ass, huh?
So, man, it's just, I'm me, bro. I'm Boosie. I'd rather be, I'm gonna say it like this. I used to tell my cousin this when I used to be in jail. I say, I'd rather be loved for someone. No, I'd rather be hated for someone I'm not than love for someone I am. Because, I'm fine with people disagreeing with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm fine with that. But I believe in everything I say and I believe in it good as a motherfucker. Like, nobody can stir me no kind of way. I'm proud to be the person to speak up for people who can't talk. My mama tell me shut up. My mama told me the other day, shut the fuck up. Call my phone, shut the fuck up. Stop talking about all that shit. You sit down, man. I don't want to hear that. Not trying to be disrespectful to my mom, but I hung up on her. Cause he playing with me. You don't play with no gangster, bro. Like, that's not an opera, man. Like what you are, you can't play with me. I'm a gangster. That's what I'm telling my mama. Like, mama, you can't play with me. I'm a gangster. Like that. You supposed to have the utmost respect for me, nigga. I don't disrespect. I don't handle punks when I see them. I don't disrespect them when I see them. So that's why, my mom was mad at me for saying what I said about Nas X, but he had caught me at the wrong time. I was having a bad day, bro. I was losing my grandmother. I was going through a lot of shit, and I'm the type, how I am. If you bite me, I'ma bite back. That's just how I am.
Well, the quote you just said, which, the original quote is, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not.
Yeah.
Is actually a quote by Kurt Cobain, who was the lead singer of Nirvana. Remember the rock group Nirvana?
I got a T-shirt with Nirvana on it.
There you go. Yeah. Nirvana, considered one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Kurt Cobain ended up committing suicide, I think at 27, but considered one of the all-time greats in music. That's who said it.
Yeah, because I don't want you to love me for somebody I'm not. I'd rather you hate me for being Boosie. I don't want you to love me for somebody I'm not. That shit don't, a lot of people who say they hate me, they don't hate me.
Right.
They love my smile. They they don't hate me. They forgive me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I was on a academics podcast the other day, and, we were just talking about the internet, and I'm like, you would think with who I am that I'm hated worldwide, and everywhere I go, people are throwing rocks at me or whatever. But the reality is, out of all the years I've been out, everywhere I go, when people see me, they recognize me, recognize my voice, they all want to take selfies with me. They tell me how much they love the show. There's been one time in all my years that someone approached me on some bullshit, and it was really over the female that I was with. He kept staring at her, and I think he was mad that I was with her. So he kind of approached me on some bullshit. Out of all the years, out of the hundreds of people that approached me. And the point is that people really think the internet is real life. It isn't. It isn't.
Nah, it's not. It's like, people don't understand that, like, out of that 100%, only 2% of that people support you. Only 2, not even 5. I had 11 million followers. Only 100,000 people, 100,000 some people bought my movie. You guys, 50% are ops. 50% of people who just like to be entertained. You only have 2% of people gonna support you. Just because you have 40 million, 30 million followers don't mean you sell 30 million records.
Right.
It's not real. Just because you have 1 million followers don't mean you have $1 million.
No. And in fact, I'm just going to say this to everyone who's out there in the entertainment industry. If you have more followers than dollars in your bank account, you're doing something wrong.
Hell yeah.
Just like that.
Hell
Plain
yeah.
and simple. Plain and simple. Look at the followers and look at your bank account. And if those numbers, if the followers are more than the bank account number, just re-examine your life. You're not doing it right.
Right. You're lost. You're lost.
You're lost.
I know niggas with 10, 15,000 followers with $500,000.
There you go.
Would you want to have 1 million followers or $1 million? That's the question. So I was telling my boy the other day, he was talking about he almost up to 200,000. Nigga, that ain't shit. Nigga, followers ain't shit. Nigga, how many people go support you? If you got 20, 30 million followers, you supposed to go platinum in a day. Yeah. If it was real love.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the Lil Nas X thing, and let's talk about how the whole thing kind of developed. Because you and Lil Nas X have been going back and forth for a little while, and then out of nowhere, Lil Nas X went on Instagram Live, and he said, "So I've been working on the song with Lil Boosie, bro. I got the song with Lil Boosie, finna come out. Fire, I ain't even gonna lie, for real. Song with Boosie, finna come out." And I can tell you that when I first saw that, I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe the two of them work shit out and maybe there's really a song. And even knowing you the way I know you, I'm like, who knows? Maybe something happened and there's an actual song.
You don't know me, obviously.
So number one, there is no situation on earth that could happen where you and Lil Nas X could actually do a song together.
No, bro. No, bro. Vlad, bro, I just told you, bro, like, I don't even want to say that on camera what I am, bro. I don't even want to say what I am on camera, bro.
Okay. Well, the reason why I said it was because at the end of the day, the two of y'all don't have any real beef. And you know what I'm saying about a real beef, where someone actually got hurt. Someone got killed, someone got maimed, a huge amount of money got lost, someone stole money or whatever. You don't want to do anything hurtful to this dude. You don't want to hurt him. You don't want to, do anything. It's just internet shit. And that's why I said, maybe there was a situation that something happened.
Right. Like, they just be blowing that shit up. Like, I just said what I said, after he said what he said, I said what I said. Cause I felt like, like, dude playing with me. I haven't been saying nothing about that dude.
Lil Nas X isn't an op. Like, it's not on site when you guys see each other. I don't think you want to see him physically hurt. I don't think you want to see anything
Man, I don't
really
want to
bad
hurt him.
happen
That's
to
a
him.
hate crime. They gonna give me a hate
Right.
crime if I slap
Right.
Nas.
It's just online trolling, which is what I said.
Bruh.
Knowing you, yes, I know your values, but nothing bad happened between y'all. So who knows if y'all could have a conversation and we could work something out at some point. That's why I said it.
Nah.
But no songs with Boosie and Lil Nas X in the future. Okay. So you mentioned this earlier. So your grandmother had just died that day, or?
Nah, she was damn near finna, go. She died yesterday.
Oh, damn. Well, my condolences. My condolences. But you were going through the whole emotional thing of seeing her. Okay. So he caught you on a bad day.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that came out, you responded. You said, "Stop trolling me, F word. You a whole bitch playing with a gangster, shaking my head. You can't keep sucking dick and getting fucked in your ass in peace. And you hate yourself. I would too if I was you. LOL, Nas X. If you commit suicide, you'd be doing a world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here." I'll be honest, man. The F word thing kind of threw me off because you don't really talk like that. You know what I mean? That's not the Boosie that I know. Because that is a very offensive word to the gay community.
What I said?
You call him the F word.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a degrading word when we call somebody in the hood. Who a punk, that we call him a faggot. So, that's me speaking out of trying to degrade him.
Right.
Letting him know, trying to, I'm clapping back. You bite a bear, I'm gonna bite you back. I'm gonna let you know, you get fucked in your ass. That's just me. Just like if we was fat mouthing on the tier and I can't get to you. That's fat mouthing through the balls. We fat mouthing through the balls. We can't get to each other. We on death row. We fat mouth. Hey, you come at me, playing with me, like, with that shit, a gangster and a bitch don't get down like that, bro. Like, we don't get in the studio like that, and and we done had problems, like that shit don't work like that, We'll have a mutual respect for each other. He have a respect that I'm a gangster. I have a respect that what he is. But when you cross that boundary, I put you in your place. And I tell you what I tell, somebody else who was the same, if we was fat mouthing, that's how it'd come out.
Well, you tell them, if you commit suicide, you do the world a huge favor. If Lil Nas actually did commit suicide after that tweet, would you feel some type of way about it?
Probably would, but I probably wouldn't give too much of fucks about him. He said, fuck my kids. Like, he said, fuck all y'all kids. So everybody who's really, chesting up for Nas, he said, fuck your kids. So, that's why I be like, he said, fuck your kids. So it's another thing with, the bullying shit. It's the bullying shit. Like, he can say, fuck your kids. But if I came on here and say, fuck all y'all kids, I don't care what, like he told y'all, fuck your kids. So anybody who chesting up for Nas, it's fuck your children. That's how I feel about the other people, because he said, he asked me, he said, fuck y'all, fuck them kids. So, like, I wouldn't give a fuck if something happened to somebody who's saying, fuck my kids. I'm gonna keep it real. And that's me. So, everybody who's chesting for him, he said, fuck your kids. So how would you like if Boosie said, fuck your kids? It'll be a different reaction because I'm on the other side. I'm not a part of the LBGT. But if I was to say fuck your kids, it'll be a whole different thing. But he can say fuck y'all kids. So anybody who chesting up for him, it's fuck your kids. Anybody who kids don't want to be like him, it's fuck your kid.
So when I looked at the situation, here's how I saw it on a high level. Lil Nas X kind of started it. He was poking the bear. He was trolling you. right? And then, because he caught you on the wrong day, it caused you to overreact and use some language that, was offensive to people, language you don't usually use. So then Lil Nas X can sit back and say, ha ha, see, look, Boosie's the bad guy. See, I told you he's like that. I'm the good guy, he's the bad guy, everyone go attack him. I'm just going to sit back and let the chaos occur. That's how I saw it. I feel like he sort of tricked you into that position. That's how I feel.
He probably got me. But they the bullies, bro. They the bullies. They the bullies, bro. This dude said, "Fuck your kids." Anybody who looking at him and don't like what he done, fuck your kids. So all these people. I just want y'all to know that he's saying, "Fuck your baby." And as a father raising a child, you take that as a fuck you. Like as a father, we feel trying to raise our kids, the right way. You just saying, fuck our kids. Like, like it doesn't matter what you do, you total disrespectful with it. Like, like you say fuck somebody kids, And he told Charlamagne that. And this the main one steady check. This is biggest fan. He's the biggest pusher toward this to make it right. It's Charlamagne, you know what I'm saying? And he told Charlamagne, fuck his kids. So anybody who chessing with him, you must don't love your motherfucking babies. So anybody, who come at me, I'm gonna just say, like, it's a difference. He can say that because he's with the LB whatever community. If Boosie said, fuck all y'all gay kids, Lord Jesus. Lord G, they'll be trying to take everything I got, man. But he can say, okay, all the straight kids looking at me, fuck all y'all kids. I ain't doing the bullying. They the bullies. But I'm a bear. You can't bully me, I bite back.
Well, I mean,
and I don't give a fuck
X,
what they say, what I say, I said it. And I will say it again if I'm pissed off. I didn't say it on mistake. I didn't. I tweeted that. I tweet everything. It's not nobody tweeting for me. I don't have a PR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, Lil Nas X doesn't have kids, right?
Right. He probably don't know. He's saying fuck somebody. He probably don't know. But those who do have kids, they should know. Yeah. If you take that child to school every day, if you do everything this for that child, for that dude, and he say fuck your kids, you're gonna feel some kind of way. A lot of those people don't have kids.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. You have,
100.
You could say 100 kids from 200 baby mothers. And you can say what you want about Boosie, but one thing I will tell you, Boosie really loves all his kids.
Yeah, man.
I could tell you that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yes,
yeah.
You and some of the mothers get into it.
The world
knows that Boosie loves, embraces, cares for, nurtures all his children, his boys, his girls, everything, right? And when you look at Lil Nas X, and you do look at the gay community in general, most gay men don't have kids unless they're bisexual or they adopt.
Right.
Right, or maybe at one point they were straight and they had kids.
Right. So they're not gonna understand when somebody says "fuck our kids" because they don't have them.
Yeah, they don't have them. So there's a certain nature. I mean, listen, things change when you become a father. You look at kids and young people differently when that happens. And as someone who doesn't know, who's a young man himself, saying "fuck your kids" doesn't really have any sort of relation to them because they don't have any kids and they're probably planning on never having kids. So. Fuck your kids kind of rolls off your tongue.
If
it is what it is.
It rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
If it's
exactly.
Boosie.
Yeah.
If it can roll off my tongue, can I say fuck? No.
Absolutely not. No, it doesn't roll off my tongue either.
No.
I've
So
never
what
said
that
anything
tell
like
you? So what that tell you is fucking bullying. Yeah, that's what they tell. One can't do it and the other one can do it. What the fuck is that? Let's be real, man.
Yeah. Well, Lil Nas X's father and brother got involved in this whole situation. I think, who is this? This is his father. He said, how the hell are you a gangster rapper promoting drugs, guns, violence, degrading women, and getting high? Every video talking about you're for the kids, man. Sit your old man looking ass down. The game has passed you. We real bankhead over here and not like the guy who claims it. Okay. And you responded to this as well. You responded. You said, don't get mad at me. You said, don't get mad at me because your son came out like that. LOL, I know it hurts. Who else? His brother chimed in. I think the brother called you broke or something.
The truth hurts, man.
I found it funny that someone who's broke
the truth hurts.
Called Boosie.
I said one line. Broke. They started talking. I said one line. The truth hurts, bro. The truth hurts.
Hey, man, listen. At the end of the day, it sounded like from everything that Lil Nas X said, it sounded like his family wasn't very supportive of him. In fact, he said that a lot of his issues came from people making him feel bad about being gay and, you know, the whole Satan thing. I guess people told him that he's going to burn in hell and stuff like that.
Oh, they told him that? His family told him that?
His dad told him that? I'm not going to say his...
Well, you don't know that, Vlad. You can't say that.
We don't know exactly who said, but he said growing up, he heard that. So I'm going to assume it probably came from his immediate family. But I don't know. I'm not going to put that out there.
That's what they got going on. I ain't tripping. You know, he said what he said. Yeah. You know, like that shit ain't bothering me at all. Yep. That shit ain't make me flinch. I don't give a fuck where you from, nigga. You could be from Iraq, nigga. I don't give a fuck where nobody from. None of that don't tip me. Okay. That where you're from shit don't tip me at all.
At the end, Lil Nas X said he's finished trolling Boosie and he said it's getting boring.
I must have said something right. I must have said enough to make him chill out.
Well, transgender Madison actually went on the Breakfast Club and spoke about you. And you actually got mad at Charlamagne about it.
No, it's just Charlamagne pushing the issue. Even when I was on the thing, he was pushing the issue, bro. Even when I was on the thing, you know, every time I go, you know, I guess this Charlamagne was, you know, just that. I think, you know, when I talk to Charlamagne off camera, I don't see that. But when the cameras turn on, he really pushes that way, you know. I don't know, maybe for success in the future, you know, because I was thinking about, I'm like, maybe they do, you know, but that's just how it is, man. You know, like, either you're going to have to pick a side, bro. You know, you're going to have to pick a side, bro. You know, basically, you know, you're going to have to pick a side. And, you know, he's basically picking a side. You know, he's basically picking a side. You know, a lot of people picking sides with pushing this agenda. And I'm the biggest one you can, you know, come at with that. So, you know, I'm prepared for whatever. Like, you know, like, I ain't the person you gonna bite and they ain't gonna bite back. Like, you know, like, you ain't gonna do pussy shit and I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I don't care who you is. You know, I don't care what host you is. You know, I just, you know, they just keep pushing this shit on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna keep standing up. You know, they want me to be quiet. You know, I get 10 people a day in the airport everywhere I go. Baby, don't let them silence you, baby. You know, they got another world besides social media, you know?
Right, the real world.
Yeah, they have another world besides social media.
The whole
who come cry to me every day and tell them don't let them shut me up.
Well, Big Frida, who comes from your home state, Louisiana.
Right.
Who is a gay rapper.
Right.
You know, said that Boosie isn't homophobic. He has a problem with Lil Nas X.
Right. What
did you think of that? Because you actually, I think, responded to that.
Yeah, she understand me. You can't have gay people around you working, dealing with millions of dollars if you hate them. You can't have gay people. It doesn't work like that in real life. You know, in real life, you know, we from Louisiana. They gay motherfuckers everywhere.
Right.
You know, nigga, the killer's gay. Nigga, they got killers gay, nigga. Killer will kill you down there, nigga. You know, it ain't never been about no gay shit. It's about the level of respect. The gay people in Louisiana have respect for the gangsters. They have, it's not, bro, we not hating gay people, especially not in Louisiana. That's not no, bro, it's not like that down there, bro. Like,
Right, because there's
you
a
just
gay
stay
hip
in
hop
your
scene.
place.
Well, there's a gay hip hop scene in New Orleans. There always has been. Like the whole bounce scene kind of overlaps with gay hip hop in a way. Like Big Frida being one of the main voices, right?
Big Frida is a movement. Like Big Frida been doing her shit, like, and she's accepted. Nobody's like Big Frida, ain't nobody hating on her. Ain't no straight people going there trying to mess with her. That shit is not like that down there. We not hating on the gays and all that shit. This social media against Boosie. This social media against Boosie. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, look, the funny part about this is that while DaBaby had to meet with 138 gay organizations and had to issue 57 apologies and, get permission from certain organizations to perform and everything, I feel like absolutely nothing has happened to you. Am I right? Has anything happened to you? Has one show been canceled?
After the situation at the State Farms Arena, I had a couple people bag out on me,
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. That's a whole different situation.
Yeah, that's a whole, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But with the after the Lil Nas X
hell nah.
tweet,
sellouts.
not a single
sellouts. Yeah, sellouts. Yeah, sellouts. Yeah, sellouts. Regardless, bro. Like, I had fans before social media.
Right.
And you're lucky half of them dead or in jail. You lucky. Because them was the crazy ones.
Those are the crazy ones.
You lucky. So, and if that slow up, I book my own shows. I book my own shows. I got birthday bash coming to Mississippi. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm trying to go perform on the field with Deion Sanders. I'm trying to turn up. Yeah, I'm getting the whole weekend, man. Yeah, all the revenue, man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. Because either you go to one-off shows that other people book, or you throw your own festivals. So it kind of doesn't matter. You're not on these. I mean, do you ever get called for Rolling Loud or Coachella or anything else like that?
Nah. Hell nah.
Really? At all?
Nah.
Huh. That surprised me because I see a lot of artists that are smaller than you on these shows. Maybe they're not the very biggest name, but they're on these shows.
Nah, a lot of niggas don't be getting no real money doing this.
Oh.
That shit mostly be Rolling Loud. Not no little artists and shit. Them niggas don't get no real money for this. Nigga, I'd rather be in South Carolina I'd rather be in South Carolina getting a 65 piece.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, then doing 3 minutes on stage. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, you had mentioned the whole State Farm Arena thing, and I guess you want a refund after you got, because you got banned from State Farm Arena?
Yeah, until, further notice, yeah.
Okay, so what exactly happened? Because I saw there was some sort of altercation, and then I couldn't really tell what happened, and I couldn't even really tell that you had anything to do with it.
I can't really talk about it. It's a civil matter now because, my attorney, Chris Stewart, we gonna make we going on the steps and make our thing in a couple weeks on the news and stuff, but it's a civil suit and I got attacked, bro, like, basically.
All right, let's leave it at that. If there's an open case, we're going to leave it alone. Well, Alpo just got shot and killed in Harlem.
Yeah.
You're smiling right now. For those that don't know, Alpo admitted to killing 14 people. He also snitched on a bunch of people. Both in Harlem and in D.C. I think Wayne Perry was one of the prominent people that he snitched on.
Free Wayne P, my nigga. I need the right Wayne P, man.
And he was in prison for a very long time. He got out. He was in protective custody, I believe, in Maine, but he decided to leave that protective custody and go hang out in the same area where he killed, murdered, and snitched on, and ripped off a whole bunch of people. and then Halloween night he gets shot to death.
Right.
Now, you're not a big fan of snitches. Is that why you were smiling when I told you that?
I'm not a big fan of Alpo.
Oh, Alpo himself, you don't like? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, explain.
Nah, I'm not a big fan of Alpo at all.
All right, so why exactly are you not a big fan of Alpo? Explain.
One, I don't fuck with rats, but he was the most disrespectful rat. I feel like he was the most disrespectful rat of all. When he came home and he told that story on that corner in that car, how he killed Mitch, bro. I ain't even knew Mitch, bro, and that shit touched me, bro. Like how can he do that to a kingpin and come home freely like that? Harlem was looking real bad to me, bro. I was kind of upset with Harlem, bro, because like he was one of the most disrespectful rats. That's why, bro. Like he was real disrespectful with it. And I fuck with Wayne P. He fucked up Wayne P. And but he was just so disrespectful with it, bro. And I was not a fan of Alpo. Nothing about him. Was not a fan of him. Because like he did what he did. I went through stuff in my life like that, so that kind of touched me too. I went through paid in full shit.
Okay. Can you talk about that? Can you elaborate, or is that things you don't want to talk about?
The streets know, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I went through paid in full shit though, the real shit.
Paid in full shit. All right.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from. What's crazy to me, and this is, I always say this, fame is a motherfucking drug like no other. Here you are, knowing that everyone, your life is probably in danger, right? In this particular area. You could be anywhere you want on earth. You could be in Maine eating a lobster roll. You could be in LA eating an In-N-Out burger. You know what I mean? You could be in Brooklyn. But yet you hang out in that one place where you know you shouldn't be. But when you're hanging out there because you're a quasi-celebrity, you've seen them videos where people like taking selfies with him and they're all kind of crowding around him like he's like a little local hero and stuff like that. And I heard he was living in Harlem. Like he'd be hanging out in the corner like every day, like Goodfellas basically. You know what I mean? Just hanging out in front of this little spot with his homies. And because he would get that love in Harlem, and it's almost like the hypnotized with hatred thing, but not really, because it's a different thing. But it almost reminds me of that, where like here you are hanging out in a place you shouldn't be hanging out with, but because you're getting that love, you put your life in danger, and then you get killed.
Right. Because his character what got him killed. Character gonna always get you killed when you got bad character. His character was always, his life is better when he get all that love and attention, and he, being in protective custody, being a rat, nobody know you, that makes a hard life for somebody who character is, always getting the love, always, so his character what got him. He wanted to go back and, he felt better in life being over there. He felt his days went better, getting the love and getting the niggas coming up to him and showing him love than being a rat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got him his character. His character. He liked the love he get when he get,
Yeah. From what I understand, as reports started coming out afterwards, was that after he got shot and he was trying to drive to like the police station or to the hospital, he tossed out a bunch of, I think, bags of heroin out the window.
Damn,
and I'm like, yo, you just go and do 20-something years. You're finally free, and you go back to selling drugs again? Like, for real? Out of all the things that you could be doing, out of all the things that you could be, you know, at your age, at 55 years old.
Government. That's why the federal government made him feel like that. All he was thinking, if I get caught again, I'm gonna rat on some fucking body else and I'll be home. The federal government didn't make him learn his lesson. Like he was, that nigga supposed to get 15 life sentences, bro. The federal, he didn't learn his lesson. He didn't learn his lesson. Like they didn't show him nothing. You know, he come back right now, he gonna go get work again. Fuck it, I get caught, you know what, I'm a rat on every motherfucking body.
Right.
And be home again. And the same niggas gonna jump back on my dick.
Yo, but who would sell drugs to Alpo though? Like, who would sell drugs to Alpo, knowing that he is on papers, he snitched on everyone? Like, who would then?
The game different, bro. You know, you got niggas who up right now who he looked out for. You know, you got probably niggas who up right now who he looked out for. You know, that's how, you know, niggas probably giving them something just for him to get the fuck on. You know, nigga with 100 bricks, that nigga come around, nigga get that nigga brick just for him to get the fuck on. You know, that's like shit, nigga bless him to get the fuck on. You know?
Yeah, and you know the interesting part, and I don't know whether this part's confirmed yet, but I got it from a pretty credible source who's in the mix over there. This person told me it's not even about all the old beef that he had, because a lot of the dudes who he had, you know, he snitched on or you know, shot up or whatever, them dudes are like 60 years old. They're not trying to, you know, shoot someone and end up doing life in prison. You know, a lot of those dudes are dead. A lot of dudes are in jail. I had actually heard it was over a girl. It was some girl he had messed with, and the dude, he got into it with the girl's man or whatever. And, you know, he's a disrespectful dude. He probably said some shit that he shouldn't have said. And that was that. I don't know whether this part's true. I'm not going to say that this is actually what happened, but I've been hearing this, you know, and there's a few videos on YouTube you could see. And we'll see what happens, you know, if and when they catch the person who did it. Because I don't know how you not going to get caught. This was on a big public street by a police station, bunch of witnesses, cameras everywhere in Harlem. You know, you talk about New York, Manhattan, they got 50 angles of that shooting. You know? But hey man, you know, I guess when the guy gets caught, you could post his bail if you want.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't in that. I ain't in that shit. I'm just, you know, I'm just smiling, you know. I ain't in that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit, that Alpo shit. You know.
I feel you. Well, yeah, I mean, me and Alpo, we talked earlier in the year about doing an interview. And, you know, we talked about a certain amount of money. You know, I brought up an amount, you know, that I thought was fair. And he said, all right, cool, I'll get back to you. He didn't get back to me. He made a video talking shit about me, talking, oh, Vlad only offered me this, fuck him, I'd never do it for that amount. And I'm like, you know, you could have came back and just told me what you wanted as opposed to making a video about me. But it just shows the mentality of a dude like that.
Man, he was the most disrespectful ever, bro. Like, this dude, this dude took down some people, bro. Like, hurt some families, bro. Like, for real. People who looked out for him. He got rid of his soldiers, bro. People, bro, he was, you know, Alpo was a slimy dude from the heart, bro. Like, and he was cocky with it. Like, that's a dangerous motherfucker. A nigga who cocky, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he admitted to killing 14 people. I remember I interviewed Kevin Childs, who was one of the Harlem kingpins during that time, and Alpo actually snitched on him. And he compared Alpo to Ted Bundy. Well, Alpo ended up pleading guilty to killing 14 people.
Right.
That's just who he admitted to.
Right.
You actually compare him to Ted Bundy.
And again, this is my understanding as I evolved and understood, because he's a real likable guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, and a lot of people who know Alpo, we know him from Harlem. The person that that he turned out to be is not the person that I was friends with. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the serial killer.
Yeah. He ain't far from him.
Yeah.
He ain't far from motherfucker. Look in your face, you'll never think he a killer. Nice smile, you'll never think he a killer. Soon as you turn your fucking back, he shoot you on your fucking back or cut your throat.
Yeah.
Then go back on the corner the next day and play with your kids. And hug them and cry. It gonna be all right. Yeah, that's some Ted Bundy shit. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell you him getting killed in Harlem was like the least surprising thing that happened in 2021. No one was shocked. Nobody. Everyone's like, okay, yep. No surprise here. You know, wasn't a whole lot of RIPs out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't see no RIP.
I didn't see a single RIP.
I ain't see no lonely Alpo.
Right. And I bet you at the funeral, no one's gonna say, you know, I bet you he's looking down at us right now, smiling. I bet you no one gonna say that. Someone might say, I bet you he's looking up at us right now. Real hot. Sweating.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting
it is
on
what it
Paid
is.
Full Part 2, man.
I know, right? That's going to be a classic.
Let's go, Dame Dad. Put me in that motherfucker. Dame,
put
me in that motherfucker.
By the way, man, if you know, the movies you're working on, if you need someone to play a cop, you know, if you need someone like me to do a cameo and play a cop in the movies, that's going to shut down the internet.
I got
DJ
you.
Vlad,
I got
DJ
you.
Vlad, I don't want no money out of it. You know, I'll fly myself out.
Don't tell me that, Vlad. I have your lines tomorrow.
I'll do it.
Boy, I get high and start writing tonight. You better tell him.
I'll do it.
Boy, I get high and write a script for you tonight.
Plays a cop in the new Boosie movie. You know what I'm saying? I can be interrogating motherfuckers in the room. You know? Talking about, all right.
I got it.
All right, here we go. So from what I understand, you're up on a murder right now. You know what I mean? Let me practice my lines here. Okay, here we go. Well, and by the way, you know, after I did the interview with you and we went through the whole movie, a lot of people asked me why wasn't a Webby character in the movie? Because you guys did come up together.
Yeah, Webby was in the movie. Webby was on the couch with me twice on the movie.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. My bad.
Yeah, Webby was on the couch. They probably was asking why Webby wasn't in the movie.
Okay, but there was a Webby character in the movie.
Yeah, Webby character in the movie twice. When we first on the couch, when he didn't have, when we first started, then they come back when we on the couch. When I say Duval, when we get money.
Got it. Okay, there we go. Fetty Wap just got arrested. He's being accused of distributing 100 kilos of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. I guess he was actually on his way to perform at Rolling Loud. And, you know, him and a whole bunch of other people got hemmed up. What was crazy to me, and I don't know Fetty Wap, I never met him, never interviewed him, but it just made me think, when I first heard that, the first thing I thought of was a video. Remember when Fetty was on fire? When Trap Queen was out and that whole album had like 5 singles on it? I remember there was a video of him throwing out $2,000 cash on his balcony, just throwing it out. He was making so much money, he didn't give a fuck. You fast forward 2021, the hit records have slowed down. You know, and I'm not saying that what he's doing is, you know, it could be just bullshit. You know, he could be, you know, he's out on, you know, I think he posted a $500,000 bond. He's out. Maybe he got nothing to do with it. But, you know, I've seen this kind of thing happen with people like Buju Banton, where like, yo, the money slows up and you try to maintain your lifestyle. So you start dipping your feet back in the drug game. Next thing you know, you're in prison for 10, 15 years. You know, have you seen this happen where people start going back in the streets when the rap money starts slowing up?
I've seen people, you know, on my in Louisiana, you know, I can't speak for others. I know Fetty Wap the rapper. You know,
yeah.
I don't know no drug dealing, you know, like that. But of course, I see a lot with local rappers, and you know, especially with local rappers, you know, because once you spend all your money and you got to go back to what you know. Once you spend all your money, especially if you ain't made no money off the money you try to make off the music, you know. And I see a lot of happen with. I see it more happen with artists that's not at the top, that haven't been to the top, than 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 rappers who'd have been up there. I ain't never really seen it with rappers who already up there, then go back all the way to the streets, you know, like heavy in the game as what they say, you know, they usually just fall off, you know, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the example I gave you in the beginning was Buju Banton. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's a reggae superstar. Superstar. Grammys, you know, fans all over the world, anthems, right? But, you know, it was kind of like the whole cancel culture thing happened to him. He had a song, one of his biggest songs, you know, the song starts off, boom, bye, bye, every bati boy dead, which means death to all the gay people, basically. Right? Boom, bye-bye, every bati boy. Bati boy means booty boy, basically, dead.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that was one of his huge songs. When it came out, I believe in the 80s, no one really cared. But as time went on and, you know, people came in, you know, and I remember speaking to one of the Marley brothers about this, and they were telling me how, like, a lot of his shows started getting canceled. Like, he wasn't allowed to tour in Europe anymore because they were really big on the anti-gay thing and everything else like that. And the money started to slow down. He met some dude on a plane in first class. They start talking about, you know, drug dealing. He starts bragging about all the drugs he pushes. So the guy set up a deal for him, not knowing the guy was actually an informant the whole time. And they go and meet up. And you actually see, you know, there's videos of Buju like testing the coke and stuff like that. They go and do the deal. And then the feds swoop in and he ends up doing, I think, like, I don't know, 8 years in prison or something like that. He's out now.
Yeah.
But that type of shit happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and you yourself, I mean, you were still had 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot in rap for a while.
Right. I stopped probably about 05, 06, after my boy got killed, about 05, 06.
Okay. And that was because your friend got killed.
Not really. I just really started making too much money out of rap to go score a couple keys, you know. Started getting 20,000 a verse. I mean 20,000, you know, shit got different. And I ain't have to do it, you know. And my plug ain't want me to do it no more. I had a good plug, bro. He was like, you know, nigga, you done made enough money, bro. Like, you getting $20,000, you know, nigga, you getting money, you know. Like, you don't even need to fuck with this shit. So it was a lot of stuff that made me quit basically my success with rap. You know, I was like, nigga, in one weekend I made about 120K. I was like, nigga, I ain't going to get no bricks with this. You know, like, and I just, you know, and I had people around me, I felt the niggas around me had enough money, you know, so, you know, they wasn't rich, but they had enough money to where they can survive. So, you know, it was I dropped, you know, set it off. Shit was getting real, you know.
Well,
But I had more money from the drug game than the rap game at first. So that's why it was harder to leave the drug game. I knew the drug game would always be fruitful. I didn't know the rap game would. I felt it in my heart I would always make it, but I knew that, you know, from my on my block, that was for sure money. And it would make me go back sometimes, like if somebody played with my back end or anything like that. But I used to like that street money, bro. It just too much shit come with it.
Yeah. I mean, without naming any names, what ultimately happened to your plug? Is he still around, living the good life, or did things go bad for him?
I can't talk about that.
There you go. I'll leave it alone. You know, but I'll tell you this. I personally don't know anyone that ended up selling drugs at a high level and just rode off into the sunset and, you know, had millions of dollars and retired and bought a
Right.
mansion.
Only people who won in the drug game is who turned it to music.
Right.
That's the only people who won.
Yeah.
Everybody
exactly.
else who didn't follow that drip, they lost.
Yep. And lost a lot. Lost their lives, lost most of their freedom, come out broke. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's never a good story. It's never a good outcome. You know, and I've interviewed some of the biggest kingpins, period.
Yeah. See, you gotta put that shit to something, bro. Music is our way out, bro. Like, if you ain't music is our way out, bro. Like, you gotta get in that music and leave that shit alone.
Yep. Pooh Shiesty recently pled guilty. I interviewed, we have a lawyer that comes in on a regular basis named Mo Gangat. And we have him research all the cases. And then when he come in, we actually break down all the cases, you know, like the actual legal cases. And from his point of view, he thinks that Pooh Shiesty might get up to 10 years.
Given the guilty plea, given the charges, I expect Pooh Shiesty is going to do over 5 years, somewhere probably between 5 and 10 years.
Do you know Pooh Shiesty at all?
Yeah. Man, Pooh Shiesty on Go Talk 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You know, I think he's dope. I mean, he was really one of the hottest up-and-coming rappers, period.
Right.
Period right now. You know, but when you look at the situations, there was a whole robbery situation. Then there was a whole thing where on stage, he apparently pulled out a gun and shot somebody. You know, and he's pleading guilty at this point. So it's not even like a hearsay situation or whatever else. He's saying, yeah, I did this and this, and now he's awaiting sentences, his sentencing. When you look at a situation like that, when you look at a guy who comes off the block and gets that hot, but then still reverts to his old ways and ends up, you know, like, look, 10 years, that's a blow. That's a blow. I mean, yeah, he could potentially have a career when he comes out, but he's going to lose a decade. How do you feel about a situation like that, knowing that he comes from a similar background as you?
I done seen it happen to 100. Look at me, fuck. Prime example, shit. I ain't learned my lesson when I was on top. I ain't learned my lesson, you know, like, once you thugging, you ain't living, you ain't worry about all that shit, you know, like, sometimes shit just happen. Like, shit just happen, you know, like, nigga don't be trying to get into that shit. Nigga don't be, like, shit just happen, you know, like, shit just happen, bro. Nobody don't be trying to throw their life away, you know. But when you young, you know, I'm glad he young. When you young, bro, I had that same, if he had the attitude, I had that same attitude. You ain't gonna play with me like, you know, I'm way more chiller now, you know, like, but I had the same, nigga, I'ma fire your ass up. Nigga, fuck all that, nigga. And especially when I first came in the game, Vlad, I had a, I don't know what it was, but like, you know, I like for years, that's why I stayed in so much shit. I was kind of not a messy motherfucker, but I wasn't messy. I ain't never been messy, but kind of rowdy. Like, you know, when I first came, you come in the game because there's so many people trying you, and you won't show motherfuckers that, man, I ain't no pope. And that shit get you fucked up sometimes. That shit get you fucked up sometimes, bro. You don't never be the fucking artist fucking with nobody. Artists don't never fuck with nobody, man. It just, you know, nigga be rapping, you gotta stand up behind that shit. You know?
Well, you're 38 years old. He is 21. He is almost half your age.
Right.
You know, everything that you've done twice, he's done one time. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, he's barely able to drink legally right now. He hasn't, you know, as dope as his life has been up to this point, I mean, he's going to miss out on his 20s, like the rest of his 20s probably. You know, it's sad. It's sad that you get, you know, and it's, you know, it doesn't seem like the situations were that serious that he could have just said fuck it and walked away from it. All right, so this person gonna think I'm a hoe, whatever. Who the fuck cares? I'm rich. I'm gonna go do this show.
I know
for
you thinking
$50,000.
like that now, but you don't think about that when you're not in his brain, Vlad. You're in your brain. You're not in his brain. He got an image to hold, bro. Like he got an image to hold. That's why a lot of people do stuff with not thinking, because all the nigga think about at that time is, man, this nigga just played with me, bro. You don't even, man. Sometimes you don't even be thinking, bro. Shit just happened.
Yeah, I mean, Gucci really got a lot of his artists, locked up right now. Like, I mean, not saying that he got his artists locked up, but a lot of the artists that he signed
Gucci ain't do
ended
shit.
up. Yeah, Gucci didn't do nothing. Like, Gucci gave him all opportunities, but he fucks with certain type of artists. I mean, what he knows, like, Fujiano, I think got like 5 years.
Free food.
And I think there's like, someone said like 5 of his artists are locked up right now. I'm not sure about that number, but it's quite a bit. And, Gucci, one of the baddest A&Rs out there, I feel.
Right.
He got that ear for talent. And, like
I
to
hate
say,
to see them dudes in jail, bro, because you don't make no fucking money in jail.
No, it stops.
I hope nobody don't think that is a motherfucking lie. Everything do this.
Yeah. No, I mean, Pooh Shiesty, there's an article that he actually went on social media and is asking fans to send him money while he's locked up. And that shit just like, damn, like.
I don't know, but I don't know about all that. I was just on the plane with Pooh Shiesty daddy. He was just going to see him in Miami. I don't think that shit. I know he come get a bag from me. I like the little nigga eat.
Yeah. But, he's also facing 10 years of nothing. No shows, no new recordings, no features.
And no money.
Nothing.
It's no money.
No money.
Especially if you ain't got a catalog, and especially if you ain't a CEO. Especially even if you're an artist and you ain't gonna make no money off that shit. You already ain't got money. So prison is a downfall. Y'all rappers think going to prison, that shit, you get stuck in that motherfucker, you going down. So if you think you going to prison, you better save your fucking money right now. Then your money in other people's hands.
Yeah. Right, because, for example, look at you. You lost your house while you were locked up.
Yeah.
And you had a much longer career by the time you got locked up than Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty only been out for a year or so. You had, a decade before you got locked up?
Right.
And you still lost your house.
Right.
It just goes to show this
and
is what
came
happens.
Home
this is
with
reality.
Came home with damn near nothing. Nothing but a few crumbs my mama kept left, and I thought she smart that. Mama still had a little something for me. But shit, you gotta understand, bro, bills don't stop, bro. I don't give a fuck if you go to jail. Bills don't stop. Insurance don't stop. It's a downfall when you go to prison, bro. Especially if you're an artist, bro. You're gonna be mad at the world, and you know what I'm saying? You the reason you in there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got so comfortable in jail, because I was like, it's my fault. I was like, it's my fault I'm in this motherfucker, Ain't nobody put me here, it was my fault.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just interviewed Project Pat, and he talked about how he caught a gun case at the height of his career. He had just dropped Chicken Head, his biggest song. He was on fire. They used his voice for Sipping on Some Scissor. You know what I mean? Like 3-6 Mafia was blowing up. And then he got caught with a gun. You have, Sipping on Some Scissor, Chicken Head, 3-6 Mafia is doing crazy. Why carry an unlicensed gun during that time?
Well, I'm going to say this again. I'm thinking like a criminal. Like when you think like a criminal, you don't think like, I'm seeing the money. I'm moving smooth, but see, in my brain, you got to think now. The devil got me thinking I'm smooth anyway, and then listen. A criminal don't think like this. a criminal, I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm not into it with nobody. But in Memphis, everybody getting robbed. So I got some money now. Some money. So I'm thinking, well, I might need to carry this strap. Then I said, well, I might need to carry them 2 straps. I'm going to the north side. That's a little bit more dangerous.
And at the beginning, he was like, man, police fucking with me. I'm being racially profiled, whatever. But after a little while, he was like, man, I fucked up. It's my fault. I didn't have to carry a pistol with me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, police pulled me over and checked my car, but I could.
That's why we as rappers, I think we got to start tapping into the legislature and, making laws change. Because there's no way somebody should, be found not guilty for a murder. Rehabbed in prison. It's called rehabilitation. But not be allowed to carry a firearm. You putting them in a pit to be murdered or go back to prison. It's no way. You've been found not guilty of murdering somebody. Your life is in danger of murdering somebody. You serve time in prison. You rehabilitated. If it's called rehabilitation, that's what it's called. Supposed to be rehabilitated. But now when you come back, you are not allowed to be around a firearm nowhere.
Oh, okay, so
like,
you're
it's bad for us, bro. When people say them laws fucked up, bro, I feel like, bro, like they be putting us in bad situations. It's either judged by 12 or carried by 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you're a felon. You're a felon yourself, right?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to carry a firearm? No, at all. Even though you moved to Georgia, and Georgia has one of the most lax firearm. You could damn near go through a drive-through and get a concealed carry permit and a pistol to go with it. You cannot carry a firearm.
No.
Okay, forever?
I went to my lawyer and they was talking like 7 years after I got out parole or some shit. They was saying they can file after that or some shit, but 7 years after, bro, I got out parole 2 years ago, bro. Like, bro, this shit just ain't fair, bro. I just feel like, that shit don't be here rehabilitation. They want you riding back with a gun, so you get caught with a gun and you go back. Or they want you without a gun, so the people who you was said to murder can murder you. I feel like it's a whole fucking setup. It's a mouse pit.
Tory Lanez, who is accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. He actually did not agree to any plea deals that were offered to him, and now he's actually going to court over it.
I wouldn't agree neither. Fuck. You think I'm finna agree saying I shot Megan Thee Stallion? Fuck no. You crazy. I could have shot her in the back with 1 million motherfuckers looking. I ain't shoot Megan Thee Stallion. You think I'm finna say I shot that 5 motherfuckers? Shit, no. I'm taking that to the grave.
Yeah.
It's going to the grave. I ain't shoot you lying. You lying. I'm telling you how, if I was that nigga, shit, he ain't doing nothing wrong. You going, bro, you crazy. Man, she did shit. You think I'm admit to shooting up fine ass?
Okay. Because what's interesting about this case, and we had the lawyer break this down as well, is that, she claims that he shot her in the foot, right? And she went on social media and broke it all down and say, he shot me, and I want him to go to prison, whatever else, right? But there's 4 people in the car. 3 of them said that that's not what happened, that he did not shoot her in the foot. So this is kind of where the case is going. It was her, her female friend, the bodyguard, his bodyguard, and then Tory. 3 of the 4 people are saying that he didn't shoot her in the foot. The person who got shot is saying that she got shot in the foot by him. So it's going to be kind of a very dicey kind of thing, when it goes to trial, if it goes to trial.
What's ultimately going to happen, my guess, is I think the prosecutors are going to realize that if we go to trial and the security guard says something else other than what we're saying, and the friend says something else other than what we're saying, then it really doesn't matter what Mega's saying. Because that's like That's not just he said, she said. That's he plus 2 witnesses said versus she said. And that's going to be a tough trial to win.
I don't know how these things happen. You know, if the victim says something and the witnesses say something else, it could really go either way. He could walk away. Who knows? But I think you're right. I think you just don't want to admit to shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, no matter what.
I don't know what happened, but I don't know what happened. But I'm not going to admit to shit. I ain't admitting to shit. They finna go to trial. I won't see Megan in that business suit.
Okay.
Megan gonna step out in no business suit, ass everywhere.
Right. Right. And she just got her college degree on top of that.
Right. Texas girl, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Shout out to Megan, man. I don't know what happened. You know, at the end of the day, it's between him and the court system. Whatever happens. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Jada Pinkett is out here making Will Smith look bad again. You seeing all this?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I always been attracted to Jada Pinkett. I don't know why. I just always been attracted to Jada Pinkett. That motherfucking brother movies fuck with your head. I swear to God, them movies, that will fuck me up about Jada Pinkett, them movies. When she got high on that roof, on Set It Off, she looked so fucking good. When she say, like Sugar Bear.
Well, remember she had the sex scene in, was it Jason's Lyric?
That woman, no, that's a bad woman, bro. You know.
Yeah.
They got what they going on. That's a bad bitch. I follow her on Instagram.
I was talking to someone. Oh, you follow her on Instagram? Oh, remember, what's his name? I think someone hit up Future, said, oh, you know, Future, you need to go hang out with Will Smith and help him out. He goes, I'd rather hang out with Jada.
Who wouldn't?
Instead. And he made a t-shirt out of it.
Who
sold
wouldn't?
it.
Future a fool, dog. You gotta love Future.
You gotta love
Future, bro. Future don't give two fucks. That nigga
Not
might be
two
killing
fucks.
me.
At all. And, you know, man, listen, I almost feel like Jada's just kind of publicly torturing Will. I think something real bad happened between them. And she's just like, yeah, I'm going to keep fucking with you publicly until I'm done with you. Until I'm done, you know, taking it out on you. Because, you know, she had him crying.
It probably was just took out of hand, bro. Like, you know, she got to kind of watch what she say because everything she say, it kind of get, you know, took out of hand, bro. I feel like if they still in the same house, I don't know. I don't want to comment on that. I just know she'll, you know, they legends, both of them legends. You know, if they want to go their separate ways, they can go their separate ways. If they want to stay together, they can stay together. They're going to always be Will and Jada to me.
There you go. Kaepernick has a new series on Netflix. Did you watch it?
Kaepernick?
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
I ain't watched.
Okay, so in the beginning of this series, it starts off and he's kind of narrating it, and he's talking about NFL tryouts. He's saying, yeah, in NFL tryouts, you know, the coaches want you to be an animal. They want you to be savage. They poke and prod at you, kind of like they did the slaves. And then like kind of the scene changes where the NFL players kind of walk into this room and suddenly they're slaves with shackles and their slave masters kind of bidding on them. And a lot of ex-NFL players got upset over this. That basically was like, man, we're not slaves. Like, yo, we're playing a game that we love to play and making tens of millions of dollars.
Right. I ain't feeling that shit. If it went like that, I ain't feeling that shit. I feel like he reaching. I feel like he thought that'll sell more, motherfucking, get more, you know. I feel like he reaching now, you know. You reaching now, talking about, nigga, that's how they make animals on the fucking football field. They want them to be turned like that to scare other motherfuckers and scare you to see if you a bitch. Yeah, that's why they acting like that, to see who pussy. Yeah, I played Pee Wee, nigga. That's why they have you acting like that, to see who gon', when it come down to it, who gonna curl out. It ain't about no damn slave. Nigga, you ain't pay slaves $30 million.
Right.
Yeah. He reaching.
And if you don't feel like trying out for that team, you can get right back in your Rolls Royce and drive home.
He reaching,
right?
Bro. Yeah, he thought that shit was gonna sell. That shit ain't. He reaching.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling that, man. I wasn't feeling, especially since he's still trying to play for the NFL. He's still trying to try out. He's still talking about, I get up 5 a.m. and I'm still training, waiting for a team to call me so I can be a quarterback again.
He reaching with that, talking about getting them hype like that slave. Man, that ain't no fucking whip, bro. You ain't picking no fucking cotton. Bro, that's different, bro. He reaching.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they even had like cotton in the background and everything. Like they really, they did the whole thing. They did the whole thing. And, listen, man, it's his platform. He could do what he wants. Clearly Netflix put it out. But I don't think you could compare. It just almost seems like bitterness to me. It's like, I'm mad that I'm not getting to play, so I'm just going to shit on the whole league the way, you know what I mean? Because they're not accepting me. And I'm going to basically shit on everybody because of course they're going to, if you're trying out for a job that requires a certain level of physical stamina and ability, what, you expect them just to just say, okay, we're just going to write you a check and we're not just going to see what you could do? Like, of course there's going to be a tryout. That's just how it works. There's no way around it. But hey, man, listen, it is what it is. Fat Joe said that DaBaby is the closest thing to Tupac today. And, you've called yourself Bupac before. So obviously, you may feel that you're the closest thing to Tupac. And everyone has their own opinion. Excluding yourself, who do you think is the closest person to Tupac these days?
Me?
Excluding
myself.
Excluding yourself.
Shit. Everybody won't be great like Tupac, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody won't be great like Tupac. Everybody. You just got to have all the, to be compared to him. I just feel like you got to have all the qualities of Tupac.
Yeah, I mean, me and Tyson Beckford, we did an interview about this. At the time, I said 50 Cent. The only person I could really think of was 50 Cent.
Yeah, I mean, well, coming up, yeah, but a lot of people don't understand, Curtis is a badass. Like, I think he was more gangster than Pac was, put it that way. Because in South Jamaica, Queens, you just knew not to fuck with him. He didn't have no mask crew, nothing. He did a lot of his work by himself. You know what I mean? And when you meet him in person, he the same way. He ain't scared to say nothing. Mm-hmm. He will go up against, anybody.
In terms of someone who just doesn't give a fuck, who will say whatever he feels, whenever he feels like it, who's had a great TV and movie career, who has huge anthems, I would say 50 Cent. But then I thought about it a little more, and I'm like, well, then there's NBA Youngboy. That's a good one as well. I don't know. If you were to say the closest between, if you look at DaBaby, NBA Youngboy, and 50 Cent, closest to Tupac, who would you pick out of those three?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't pick none of them.
Okay.
I don't know how to pick none of them because I feel like Tupac different. All of them might have a quality of Tupac, but I don't like comparing people to Tupac as a Tupac fan. That's where the question gonna lose me at. Cause I don't want to come back on my future interviews and they be like, I said DaBaby was better than Tupac, Youngboy was better than Tupac, 50 Cent was better than Tupac. Because I put Tupac on a certain level, all them greatness. But I ain't comparing nobody to Pac. because, I ain't gonna go in stats. Like, you probably can show me stats and things like that can compare the two. It's just the love I got for him as an artist and as a child. When you develop love for some person as a child, it's different. Like when you liked the basketball as a child, it was different. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't comparing nobody to Tupac. When doing that real shit, won't be compared to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't, like...
I mean, the thing about Pac is that he came from that Black Panther background. And I felt like no matter what crazy shit he got into, he had this like social, this need to improve the condition of his people, and you just don't see that much these days, not at the level that Pac took it. Like Pac really, he shot 2 white cops in the South protecting a black kid and got away with it. Name a rapper that's done that since him.
Well, why are we comparing rappers to him?
That's what I'm saying. This is why, like, when Pac,
all those movies, all those shit, all that was before 25, bro. The dude did that before 25 years old.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, he was a phenom. And when you look at all around the world, when you see the number of Tupac murals in, like, Africa, Jamaica, Europe, everything, I felt like you could say Biggie might have been a better rapper technically in terms of his delivery and his rhymes and stuff like that. But Pac, I thought was just bigger than music. You know what I mean? Like he
Pac
had that
lyrics
message.
hit home.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, Pac made you feel like he grew up in the household with you. I couldn't do that off Biggie music, even to this day. When I listen to Biggie music, I won't swag. It don't put me into where, it feel like he grew up with me. Feel like he was my friend. It feel like, my uncles, what they was doing, what people was doing around him, what he was seeing in his household, I was seeing. Pac hit home. And he gave motivation. It was different. You see him on movies, you think this nigga rap, I could act, I could rap. He was motivation. He was the one, when we ain't have telephones and shit, he was the one saying fuck the police and saying what they was doing to us. When we was seeing it, when the world wasn't seeing it. He was, so he was bigger than life to us. Like, he had the music, he had the movies, and he had the mouthpiece, and he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid, and that's what made him in our neighbor, where I'm from, he was larger than life to us. It was like, it was bigger than music, like, for real.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've probably done more Tupac-related interviews than anyone. I feel like I solved his murder case,
I didn't watch them. I didn't watch so many. When I watch your interviews, all I watch is Tupac interviews.
Right. There you go.
That's all I really watch is me and Tupac interviews. And I don't watch ours till I get to talking about them. Till they get to talking about them.
Yeah, and listen, I was so into Tupac that I actually became good friends with Edie from the Outlaws. This is someone I talk to every week.
Oh, yeah?
I hang out with. Yeah, man, that's my actual friend.
I like to meet them dudes, bro. I just want to hear some Pac stories, bro. I love listening to Napoleon, bro,
Oh, yeah, Napoleon's out in Saudi Arabia right now. Yeah, I know both those guys. I'm cool with all those guys. I'm cool with Young Noble, too. I'm cool with all 3 surviving members. Yeah, but Edie's probably the one I'm closest to. But yeah, man, I mean, it's, I just call him up and just say, hey, and we'll just get into like a story. Like, hey, what happened in this situation? He'll like break it all down. And
I listen to all these stories because, I'm a Pac fan. So I listen to stories and I'd be like, when Napoleon said, a nigga pull on side Pac and was talking shit and his boy got out and smacked him. Man, he got out and smacked him. This the same shit happened to me in real life. In real life back in the game. Like, my boy looked in my eyes and saw, like, I was like, you know, and my boy would smack the fuck out of him, you know, like, bro. I was like, man, this shit really made me smile. That some similar shit happened. You know, this shit happened to artists everywhere in the world, bro. Motherfuckers trying them, and your boy just click out and.
Yeah, Napoleon was a lunatic back in the day, just so you know. Back in the day when he was young, he was a complete fucking psychopath. And now he's completely changed his life. He turned Muslim. He moved to Saudi Arabia. He doesn't swear. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. Totally changed his life around. Completely righteous. You know, doesn't do music anymore because it goes against his religion and so forth. Just goes to show. But
damn,
back in the smacking people days.
You need to ask me, can I get a whole verse?
Nah.
Yeah, I get it's old, man. It's old.
It's old.
It's when he was thugging. I need a whole verse from the Outlaws.
You want some Outlaws verses? I'll hook you up. I'll call them up, see if they're interested, and I'll hook y'all up. That'd be kind of dope.
I want an Outlaws verse, bro.
Let's do it. Well, I mean, speaking of icons, Scarface just announced that he's doing his farewell concert, and after that, he's done with rap. One of my absolute all-time favorites, Scarface. You're not going to tell me, you know, Scarface wasn't one of the people you looked up to coming up.
Right.
One of the all-time greats.
Especially his albums. His albums be crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Scarface is back. You know, that album cover with the cocaine and the guns and who does covers like that?
Look at you. You're a rap fan. Look at you. You
going. Man, because I remember, I mean, okay, let me tell you, real talk. The Ghetto Boys album was the first Southern hip-hop album I ever bought. You know, We Can't Be Stopped with the mugshots. You know what I'm talking about, the black and white cover?
Yeah.
That was the first Southern hip-hop album that I ever purchased. And it was so good. It was so good. And me and Willie D, we talk all the time. You know what I mean? And like, that shit was it was just so much better than damn near everything that was coming out during that time. And the South wasn't doing that, you know, like, and he was just so cold with it. And he had songs with Pac, and he had songs with Jay-Z, and he you know, I mean, everyone fucked with him. Everyone loved Scarface. But what's interesting, which you may not know, was that Scarface had a really bad case of COVID to the point where his kidneys shut down.
And his son gave him a kidney, right?
Yes. He needed a kidney transplant, and I remember when we did an article about it, all these people were DMing me, saying, "Hey, listen, I'll give Scarface my kidney. Like, yo, it'll be an honor to donate." So he had all these people, all these fans that were lined up to give him a kidney, but his son came in and said, "Nah, Dad, I got you."
That's love, bro.
Nah, Dad, I got you.
That's love,
you know. And I remember I was talking to Willie about this. He's the one that told me. And he's like, man, and, you know, and in this world where, you know, black fathers are being painted as deadbeats and, you know what I mean, being crucified in the media and, you know, how they don't have relationships with their kids. This just goes to show how, you know, the love between a father and a son, to the point where the son is actually going to take out an organ out of his own body and give it to his father so he can go on living. So dope.
For real. I wish I had they took half my kidney.
Oh, you lost a kidney?
No, you know, when I had my kidney cancer, they took 30% of my kidney out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to cut the cancer out. Okay. So I got a half a kidney on this side.
Uh-huh. Does that affect you? I mean, do you feel different without it?
Nah, I don't feel no different. It's gone.
Okay. If you did need a kidney at one point, you think you'd hit up on your kids for it?
Hell yeah. Yeah, hopefully, you know, yeah.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah. If they got the matches, they'll give it to me. I probably wouldn't want my kid kidney. I don't know, bro. That'll be a hard decision.
Well, Meek Mill, he went on social media recently and he went on a rant saying that the label hasn't paid him. He's getting a lawyer. He's going to put out his contract and everything else like that. And, you know, I don't exactly know what happened to him. I don't know what label he's talking about. I think he's on Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably talking about Atlantic. You used to be on Atlantic yourself. In fact, when I met you, it was at Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
You and Webby. You know what I mean? It was funny. I pull up those videos. I'm like, oh shit, look how young everyone is in this video. As someone that's been on a major label, you know, do you feel like the labels do you dirty, or do you feel like, hey, you signed that contract and they're just following what you signed?
When you sign with a label, you never gonna get a check. You never gonna really get a check, bro. You gotta understand, especially when you're an artist, because they get a label that money. You know, they get a label that money. You know, they don't give the artist, they get a label that money. You know, Atlantic gives the label that money. That's how that shit go, bro. And but once you're an artist, bro, once you're an artist on the label and, you know, you get a little upfront, you ain't gonna really never see no check unless you get your people on it. You know, they gonna be saying you all the recoup shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you flying on jets and shit, all this shit, that shit, you know, that shit costs, bro. So majors, when you sign to a major, once you get that money, you ain't gonna never see another check unless you do some fucking Drake numbers. You know, that's just how it is, you know. But you gotta get there some kind of way. You know, people have to make that choice. You know, you wanna be famous. You know, so but once you sign with a label, you're gonna be making money out shows, you're gonna be, you know, so that takes your mind off your checks and all that shit, you know. But once you sign with them, you gotta understand you done split up everything. You done split your raw, you done split all this shit up, bro. You done split all this shit up once you signed the contract. And they will give you an extra $200,000 for your royalties, 80% of your, you know, if you need extra money, like, you know, like, you get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a loan, right? Because before you get anything, they got to recoup everything they put into it.
Right.
And then, you know, there's
and they have to recoup what they spent on you, not counting the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Not counting the money that they gave
you. The advance, and then
the money
cost.
they spent to put this record out, these videos, this, you know. So how many records you got to sell to get it back?
No, facts. You know, and listen, VladTV used to be
when records are not selling like that anymore.
Right.
You're
Where
stuck.
50,000 is considered good.
You stuck.
Yep. Yeah, now listen, VladTV was a universal record.
You complaining, but your record sales ain't even made your money back.
Right. And this is what I tell people. The one thing that record labels have that independent artists don't is they'll get your shit on the radio.
Right.
They got the promo on lock.
Right.
They can make, you know, I've met up with these guys. They can make one phone call. And every program director across the country will put that shit in rotation.
Hell yeah. One group
just
text.
Like that.
One group
text. Exactly. One group text.
But
It's
we
like,
don't
hey,
know
listen,
as
guys.
Artists, you know, that shit, you know, that nigga, it's 200,000 and 250,000 a record. Like, you know, you got 4-5 records on the radio. They done spent some money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they done spent some money, bro. It's just, man, that shit, it's just a bad situation, bro. And we be like, damn, I know they done recoup something. They don't be telling the nigga, man. Shit. But they be having ways, they done made ads for the song, all kind of shit. You think they ain't been a recoup? Shit, them motherfuckers smart.
No, I mean, listen, the reason why I started VladTV is that I put out 2 documentaries and I never saw a back end check from none of them. One of the documentaries made it on Showtime. The other one was on like Netflix, I think at one point early on. And I've never seen a royalty statement. And I just said, I can't keep doing this shit no more. I'm done. I got, you know, this little $30,000 up front for directing this film. And it took me like 4 or 5 months to help put it together. Like, that's not enough money. You know, and I know money's being made off the back end, but I'm never going to see it. And I got to, spend $100,000 on lawyers to maybe get another $10,000. Like, it doesn't make no fucking sense. That's why I launched VladTV, where I'm like, I'm just going to own everything. And the money's going to be lower in the beginning, but it's going to be mine. And over time, look what happened.
Same thing I'm doing with my films, you know?
Exactly. So there's no way you would ever sign to a major label. If Atlantic said, we want you back, What would you say?
Nah, I ain't, like I would do it. If somebody wanted a tape, like I'll do a tape. I just did. I always do that. I did the Mo 3 with Empire. I got one right now. Me and Trouble got one called Bad Boys. I'll take, $500,000, $600,000, Vlad, for a major, but it's one album. After I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'll do something like that, but I'm not finna do nothing with no major label with no time involved in it. Now they can give me some money for a project and, put it out, but, I ain't doing no contract.
Yeah. And, look, there's two sides to every story, right? For every Meek Mill that blows up and has a long career, there's 10 artists that all they do is lose money. There's 10 new artists that they sign that don't sell 1,000 copies. And these are $50,000, $100,000 deals that they've invested in that they get nothing of. And the reason why the record labels have these uneven type of contracts is that in order for things to function, they have to make up the money in that one artist they've lost on the other 9, because no one's that good of an A&R where they could put out 10 projects and all 10 will do great. I've never seen it. You know what I mean? Even the artists you signed, yeah, Young Blue did great, but there's some other artists that, like you brought, was it Lil Blurry on my show?
Right.
I'm going to guess that Lil Blurry never made it to the Young Blue level.
No. Still working.
It just is what it is. Still working. Not to say it might not happen in the future, but you've invested money. You've pulled favors. You had me do an interview with him. Like, you know what I mean? You took time out of your day where you could have made some money to try to help him blow up. Right. And it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
And it's not like you don't know music, but there's the X factor. You don't know what the people are going to take to.
We don't know. God know.
Exactly.
God know. God know who he going to put in that position to be that motherfucker. Everybody ain't going to get put in that position. God know who going to get put in that position. You know what I'm saying? It's just who get blessed, That's just, we all chosen. People who get blessed and have things like that, you chosen.
Right. And a lot of times it's not even about you. Like, music is a funny thing, man. This is why people are always like, yo, Vlad, you should start a label. You should sign some artists. And I'm like, bro, it is not as easy as it sounds. I don't care how big of a platform you have.
It's
to
not as
look
easy
at someone,
as you sound, bro. Especially with fans, bro. Like, it's not as easy as it sounds, bro. People, you gotta understand, back in the days, you really had to have talent. Like, you really had to be a rapper, you had to have talent. Now you can become a rapper off anything.
Yeah.
You didn't have, now you have 3,000 rappers in one neighborhood. No, this shit real. Now you got rappers.
No, I believe
you got
in one
10,
neighborhood,
20
not
rappers
even a
at the
city.
airport working. You got rappers. You got rappers everywhere. So you know what that make? It flushes the realness out. It flushes the realness out. It flushes A&Rs taking music serious as it once did. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mouse pit, bro. Like, everybody want to rap, and it's so much a bad rap. But times can change, bro. Like, you can make a hit. It just gotta be catchy, bro. It's just, it's done changed now. You ain't gotta have talent, bro.
Yeah, and when you look at a hit now, man, like a lot of it is like, you look at, for example, Spot 'Em Got 'Em, right? And you look at a song like Beatbox. That song became a hit because some comedian did a TikTok dance to it. And then next thing you know, everyone's doing this damn dance. Future's doing the dance. Like, you got all these huge artists that are doing this dance. And, and I remember, Sean Cotton was the one who signed him. And we talked about all this. And it's like, the song was kind of buzzing already, but once you got the biggest artist in the world doing this dance and the song is playing in the background, you got this shit going on, you know, but you can't recreate that if you can't redo that a second time.
Right.
You just can't.
Right. Oh, I see. Right, Vlad. You're right.
You can't redo it. Like,
right,
you know, I remember
right.
I interviewed Lil Yachty, right? And his first hit song, One Night, was a YouTube comedian basically used that song and made a skit out of it.
Yeah.
And the skit took off so much that the song blew up, and then he followed it up with a bunch of other songs. And look, 2021, he's made millions of dollars. He's got a whole career. But it started off with a skit from someone he didn't even know. And I remember we talked about this in our interview. I'm like, yo, if it wasn't for that skit, you might be a broke college student right now. He's like, yeah, you're right. Had that not happened, you could still be that struggling SoundCloud rapper.
Struggling college SoundCloud rapper, yeah. But I feel like, I mean, bro, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, and listen, and at the end of the day, it's not about the opportunity you get, it's what you do with that opportunity.
That's what I've been trying to say. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Just is what it is. You know? It's an unknown factor. You know? So, I mean, listen, shout out to people like yourself who invest in artists and have pulled off like a Young Blue, because that shit is hard. That's like the hardest thing in the world. I think that's the hardest business to be in.
Right. It's hard. It's hard, you know, being a CEO, because it's just hard, bro. It's hard. Because you're not counting on your talent.
Right.
You're not counting on your work ethic. You're not counting on...
Yeah. And a lot of times, the artists, you go and sign the artists, they get to a certain point, and then they end up wanting to leave and go find a new label, find new management. You know, they don't want to fuck with you anymore. You know, like I saw it, you know, like Lil Bibby, you know, he blew up, you know, he had Juice WRLD blow up, and then he signed this, you know, Kid Leroy, and he blew up crazy, and then he went and left, and he don't even want to talk about Lil Bibby anymore.
Yeah, that's how it be, bro. Like, that shit be hurtful, bro. That shit be hurtful, bro. But you just gotta go with it, you know. Sometimes it's better not to file paperwork and shit like this. Sometimes it's better to sit everybody else at the table and see what everybody done wrong and just, you know, pay people. You know, when the lawyers get involved, that shit get ugly. You know, but sometimes you have to get the lawyers involved. You can't be a pushover too, so it just be business, bro, and you gotta be a businessman, you know?
Yep. I mean, speaking of business, P of Quality Control says that he wants to buy 300 Entertainment, which I guess is on sale for about $400 million right now.
300 Entertainment?
Yep, 300.
Damn, P got 400 million?
I don't know if he got 400 million.
Damn, I'm finna tell my boy, let me hold some.
Right. Or maybe, I mean, well, what it sounds like is that...
I got some mastermind ideas, boy. You need to fuck with me, P. You know I'm gonna do it.
Right. Well, I mean, when I heard that, I'm assuming that he could probably help raise it. Meaning he could probably get a group of investors together, you know, from different walks of life and help put together a $400 million offer. And then he would be a partial owner in that. You know, I mean, like, it's not like people usually buy basketball teams by themselves. It's usually, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a group will get together. You know, but have you ever thought of doing something like that, actually buying a label?
I haven't thought that far because I ain't got that much money yet. You know, I ain't thought that far yet. Buying no label, you know. Hopefully one day, you know, I'm willing to sit down and something like that, especially with another powerful person like me. That'll be nice, bro. You know, that'll be nice, bro.
There you go, man. Me and you will chip in and buy Atlantic Records sometime in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to win the lottery. I keep playing the lottery. I'm going to hit that bitch.
You going to hit it?
Ooh, yes,
Okay.
indeed. I had a dream I hit it. I'm going to hit it.
Okay, I believe you. Well, recently, the actor Alec Baldwin was filming a movie, and he ended up firing what he thought was a prop gun and ended up killing somebody. You heard about that?
I saw that shit, bro. I don't see how the fuck that happened. I don't see how that happened, bro. I mean, I got into directing and filming, but he had real bullets in the gun?
Well, yeah. I mean, because there was supposed to be a weapons expert on every movie set, and they had one, and it was a girl who I guess was fairly new, and she basically handed him a gun with a real bullet in it, and he ended up shooting, I believe the cinematographer, and ended up killing her accidentally. But what's interesting to me is that everyone puts all this attention on Alec Baldwin because, he's a big movie star. But essentially the same thing happened about a year ago with the rapper Lil Loaded, where he killed his homie, Savage Boosie, while filming a music video, accidentally. Lil Loaded committed suicide a few months ago. I don't know if you heard about that or not.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But it's essentially the same thing. It's not like he murdered his friend. They were filming a music video and they were using live guns. He must have accidentally shot it off and then boom, he kills his friend. And listen, I come from the old school DVD world where I would go to, to people's studios and to their block with my video camera, and they'd pull out their guns and wave them in the camera and shit like that. And I was thinking, man, like, I don't do that shit anymore. But back then I could have gotten accidentally shot. And, have you ever filmed, not anymore, but back in the day, music videos where people are pulling out real guns and shit like that? Yeah. Every hood video is essentially like that.
You can't be in the hood shooting a video with no bullets in the gun.
Right. So this is a lot more common, man. And honestly, I really hope that, look.
That's up to the man shooting the video. You getting paid for that. That's what you getting paid for. You go in the hood. You go in the hood, nigga ain't gonna have no empty clips. And them bitches gonna be pointed right at you.
Yep.
That's all a part of. You just gotta say a motherfucking prayer.
Oh yeah. And I've interviewed, man, listen, and I've interviewed rappers where they're like, like we do these videos, and we keep the guns loaded because we know that in the process of filming the video, some of our ops may roll up on us because they got an opportunity. So we may be in a situation where we have to start shooting.
Right.
So they're purposely keeping live ammo in the shit. And
of course.
Man, it's a mess.
It's not a mess. It's regular. You don't be on the corner with no firearms in the neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah, Vlad, that's how we was raised. Everybody, Vlad, that's the ghetto.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's unfortunate, like I said, because in the process, one of your friends ends up getting accidentally killed. And honestly, I don't know what went through this, young man's head. I interviewed Lil Loaded. He had an incredible opportunity, somewhat on accident, because he got on because some Polish YouTuber did a video review of music videos. And the dude he killed
name was what? Boosie?
Savage Boosie. Yeah. Savage Boosie. His homie.
And he ended up killing himself?
He ended up killing himself because he was facing some jail time, some prison time over that. And I guess his girlfriend had left him and he ended up killing himself. Yeah. And, listen, obviously the pressure of prison. Okay, your lady leaves you. I know what that's like. That's rough. But then you got the pressure of, you killed your friend accidentally. And you got to deal with that. You got to live with that forever.
Yeah, that's what fucked him up. That was probably fucking killing his friend. Prison ain't shit. We're all fucking rats. Prison ain't shit. All you got to do is fight. And talk shit. And smoke weed. Get high. And go broke.
Yep. King Von passed away 1 year ago today. you know, did you guys ever spend any time together?
Nah, I met King Von right before he died.
Oh, you did?
Like a couple days before he died. Like couple days before he died. It was my second time seeing him though. But I chopped it up with him in Saks.
Yeah, man. One of the big tragedies out there. Cause you're cool with Quando Rondo, he was in your film.
Right.
And you look at that whole situation, I feel like because King Von had so many fans and King Von was like the bigger artist at the time, that I think it kind of fucked up Quando Rondo's, momentum at the time. I feel like Quando's not where he was before the whole situation happened.
Right.
What's your take on that?
I feel like, cause he turned down, that's why I probably feel like he turned down, I feel like he was, if out there would have happened, if he was more rowdy like King Von and talking shit and, if he wasn't trying to, explain and all that, if he was just, he probably would have shot up. That's how I go with gangster shit. You can't, when you curl, people kind of look down on you when you curl. I think if he was more like off the date, like fuck it, that's if he was just like trolling and if he was trolling and shit, like I think he would have been more up than down. That's how I feel about that. But he was trying to explain and all that, gangsters, even gangsters who you surround, even gangsters, who you come up with, even anybody, they don't, especially here, they don't want you explaining, It's like that, you stand up. Ain't no explaining, ain't no, that's how it is where we at. You either stand on that or you don't.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Listen, I think Quando Rondo is talented.
Man, Quando Rondo hard, man. That nigga.
Yeah.
Man, he just going through a little situation right now. When you go through situations, people look over your fucking music. That's just how they look over your fucking music. That nigga still making good ass music. Man, like, bro, like when you get in certain situations, people look over your music, bro. And that's what the world came with social media.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, it's a fucked up situation. And honestly, Quando didn't do anything wrong at the end of the day. I mean, he was technically the victim in that situation. If you really think about it, like he was attacked and his homie, Lil Tim, protected him, but look what happened in the process. King Von is dead. This dude Slutty, one of King Von's people, got killed as well by the police. Track, his manager, got shot in the leg. People's career has been derailed. Von had kids and kids on the way.
Career derailed. I just think, he going through some shit right now. I think he can shake back,
I agree.
But it's just a whole, how that situation just brought a whole lot of turmoil, bro, Shit just crazy, shit just crazy, bro, That's how I go in the street shit, man.
Yep. Superman's son is bisexual. Did you see that whole comic book?
Yeah. I told you.
Apparently
one day my words gon' bruh. Everything I say come to life, bro. I swear to God. If you go back to my first VladTV interviews, everything I say come to life, bro. Real shit. I told y'all about the cat, bro. Incredible Hulk next, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Incredible Hulk with some fucking heels on, bro. 6-inch heels.
Well, you know what's funny, right? Here's what's funny.
And I never been against gay. It's just that they pushing it on the damn kids, bro. You saw the shit in Kentucky?
No, what happened?
Bro, in Kentucky, they was twerking on the teachers. They had the boys dressed up. Vlad, you ain't know your shit. You better go. They had the boys dressed up like women twerking on their teachers, bro. It's crazy, bro. Go look at every movie come out. The first scene of every movie. The first 10 seconds of every movie. Go, guys. Y'all think, all right.
All right, here we go. I actually found a Kentucky high school under investigation after homecoming tradition goes viral. And what the hell is this? Yeah, it's some sort of weird twerking. I guess the girls are wearing, I don't know.
The boys were dressing up like girls twerking on the teachers.
Oh, is that what happened? Man, those are boys. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, here's what's interesting, right? When you and I had that last interview and you were like, the Hulk gonna be gay, right? And I'm like, who could withstand getting fucked by the Hulk? Who could withstand that type of pounding? And someone responded on my Twitter, they said, Superman. And then the next day, Superman's son is gay. Yo, like, this is the universe for you. Right? I almost think that this may come from our interview in a way.
Bro. It's a new world, bro. Bro, they bullied me, bro. That's bullying, bro. Superman, bro. You turn this, bro. As somebody straight, I'm bullied. I'm fucking bullied. Superman, bro. Clark, bro. Man,
well, his son.
I know, but it still come from Clark. Right. Like, damn, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's chill out. Let's tone down a little. Come on, bro. This shit been going on 100 years, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
So you get actual death threats from gay people in your DMs?
Yeah, I've been getting death threats about 9 months now.
Okay. And what have they said? Like, how do they plan on killing you? What's the plan?
A lot of them say they're going to stab me up.
They're going to stab you? Oh, okay. Oh, they're going to get all upon you.
I'm going to stab you up.
Oh,
I
man.
don't want to laugh at this shit. This shit ain't funny, bro. But
it's a little funny. Come on.
Yeah, they be silly.
I mean, you really got to get close to a person to stab them. You can't. I mean, if they start talking about that they'll shoot you, you could do that from across the street. But actually stabbing you, they got to really.
Yeah, they had some say they'll shoot me, but most don't be saying, "Bitch, I'ma stab you up" and all that shit.
Well, they could try their luck, I guess. You know, we'll see what happens. We'll see who's left lying on the ground after all this. I wouldn't roll up on you with bad intentions. That's not something I would do. But hey, if that's how you feel, go ahead and test your luck. Because, you know, people around you don't fuck around. I can tell you that. But no one's ever actually approached you in any kind of way.
Nah. Niggas ain't running up on me, bro. Like, real talk. Niggas ain't running. You can't walk up on me like that, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna even get to me, bro. You ain't gonna even be. You gonna be done before you get to me, bro. Like,
I believe it. Well, I think since our last interview, R. Kelly was found guilty.
Yeah.
And now he's on suicide watch.
Yeah.
He was found guilty on all counts. You know, and for example, I had Charleston White on my show, and he felt that R. Kelly was railroaded because essentially the public had already felt he was guilty before he even stepped foot in the courtroom.
He's proven guilty, so he's trying to prove his innocence. He hasn't been really treated as if he's innocent and being proven guilty. He's already been convicted in the courts of public opinion. He's already been convicted in the media.
Yeah, he was guilty before he walked in the courtroom. Of course.
Yeah.
When you go back, when you black and you go back for the same jack.
Yeah.
Shit, you ain't the other color. You black, and you go back from the same jack, and you got racks. Hey, you ain't Michael Jackson, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel?
Yeah, they real because, bro, you gotta understand, bro. This how I feel about that. Everything was pushed to another level. You know, I just feel like R. Kelly like the young bitch. You know, all that shit, seducing and kidnapping and all this shit at somebody's house. If you leave a bitch at the house and you go on tour for 2 weeks and she don't go nowhere, that bitch ain't been kidnapped. She waiting on daddy to come home.
Right.
You know, a bitch ain't been kidnapped, man. You heard, bitch ain't been sexualized if she been in the bed with 3-4 women. You know, she hasn't been taken advantage of because she is willing. She is willing. He just fucked up on the age part. If he did it, I'm not saying he's guilty. If he did do it, it's because of the age. The rest of that shit, they exaggerating, bro. You know, the rest of that shit, right. I feel like they really exaggerating. And all the witnesses seem like he fucked them.
Well, see, to me, because remember when he got his first charges, you know, the tape was circulating all around the swap meets and everything else like that.
Right.
He was fucking with underage girls. Like, to me, that's a fact. You know, he was fucking Aaliyah. He married Aaliyah. That's a fact. Right. It's not, you know, this ain't rumors or whatever else. Like, so the fact is, to me, I feel like it's such an ego thing. Because look, you walked away from a serious pedophilia charge. A serious one, where they had video proof of you at your house. The damn background was, like, I remember seeing a documentary where they show, like, this is the house he did it in. He's the owner. Look at the video and look at this room. It's the same fucking room, right? He managed to pay off the witnesses and he walked away from it and had a string of hit records. You know, I almost felt like he got bigger after he beat that charge. And all you got to do is mess with girls 18 and up. That's all you have to do to live out the rest of your life in peace. That's it. You know, if you want to, man, listen, get an 18-year-old girl that's skinny, that you could fantasize about her being 16 if that's your little sick fantasy, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? There's plenty of 18-year-olds that will gladly give R. Kelly the pussy. But you go and you want to roll the dice again. You want to go and tread on going to prison again by fucking with underage women still. You know, which it seems like that's what he did. And it almost reminds me.
It seems. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna castrate my boy. Fuck that. I just know that motherfucker, man, bro. Like, damn, Kelly, you can't go back in front of them people, bro. Like, man, bro, Kelly was doing this shit too, bro.
Yeah.
Man, we got a record. I don't know what they gonna do with that. Me and him got a record.
Wait. You have an R. Kelly record?
Yeah, me and R. Kelly got a record. I did.
Okay.
Me and him
did.
Me and him did before I left. Before he left the street.
Okay. Wait. So did you guys actually do it together, or you just sent the tracks back?
Nah, he sent me the record and I knocked it out.
Okay. Was that because you were publicly showing support for him?
Nah. This was before that.
Okay.
Yeah, this was before.
Okay, so was the record done? Was like the hook and his verses and everything already done?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what? You just did a 16 on it?
Yeah, 12. Yeah.
A 12. Okay, so you guys put this record together, and then and it was his record, so you sent it back to him.
Yeah.
And then it never came out.
Nah.
Okay. Well, you know something? You talk about doing business deals. I mean, I remember he was talking about how no one wants to buy his catalog. Imagine buying R. Kelly's catalog.
I'll buy
it. I'll buy it. You want to go 50-50 on the R. Kelly catalog? Let's do it. Me and you, co-owners.
I'll buy that motherfucker.
You know, Step in the Name of Love, Ignition, and the Ignition remix.
I'll buy his catalog. Lord, nobody has a catalog like R. Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, even Drake had a pay R. Kelly some money on his new album because I guess he sampled something that had some
Nobody
R. Kelly
has
shit
a
in the background.
catalog. Nobody's more talented than R. Kelly. R. Kelly is the most talented, ever to me. My opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I had Charleston White on my show recently. And me and him kind of went back and forth about OJ, and he claims that most black people believe that OJ is innocent.
We believe the glove. We really believe Mark Furman them planted that. We believe Johnny Cochran them proved that they set OJ up. We don't believe.
Okay, but to this day, right now, in 2021, you believe that OJ was completely innocent and he was set up by the police.
I don't think OJ can kill two people at one time. As brutal as that crime scene was. For him, no, that was too brutal of a crime scene, man. So for him not, and then I was a kid, right? So I'm vividly remembering, man, the sentiment of they setting him up. They setting him up. That's what he gets for messing with them white women. They setting him up. But man, there's no way that we believe he killed two people at one time in such a brutal fashion.
Would you agree?
That OJ what?
Was innocent.
At the time?
No, I mean, did OJ
Present
kill?
day or at the time?
Well, I mean, present day. I mean, what he did with Nicole and Ron Goldman back in the day. Do you think that he actually killed him, or do you think that he was framed by the cops and his non-guilty verdict was actually accurate?
I don't speak on 1460.
On what?
Murder charge. Murder case.
Oh, it's a murder charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what OJ did. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what the fuck he did.
Okay.
I know I was cheering for his ass. I know I was cheering for his ass to be free. My whole family was in the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, most black people that I know felt that he did it, but they were happy that he got away with it because it went the other way. So many people that they know were falsely accused and falsely convicted.
That was
and
payback,
everything.
Bro.
Right.
That was Rodney King, bro. That was all this. You remember all that shit was going down? It was burning that shit down. This one ain't had no, come on, bro. Like that was payback. It wouldn't matter if he killed everybody in that motherfucker. We was cheering.
The Congress just announced that November is Hip Hop History Month.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
It's got some fucking celebrities who fucking Scorpios, bro. I didn't know they had so many celebrities who Scorpios.
Hip Hop History Month. Being a rapper most of your life, how does that make you feel?
Make me feel good. I'm born in November.
There you go. You get to celebrate hip hop history,
Yep.
during your birthday month. That's what it is. Okay. So what's next for you?
Next is I'm dropping 2 albums on the same day, 11/19, back to BR in Mississippi. That same weekend, I got my big birthday bash, the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. I got my movie dropping 25th of Christmas. Look like it right now. I'm not sure yet. I also got the Boosie token I'm finna drop. This token I'm gonna have something like Bitcoin. This token I'm gonna have is gonna put you in my life. Like, I'm gonna have different tokens. I'm gonna have the gold token, the platinum token, bronze token. Every token does something different. The biggest token that I have bring you to my Christmas parties every year. Certain tokens, once you get the token that's on your zip code, every time I come to your zip code, you get in my concert free. Even if you're not there, you get 3 people with you to come free. So I'm for these tokens, you know, they're gonna develop so much value because I'm gonna put so many people, you know, in my structure. These gonna be for the people who really love me. And I just did a deal with Ace, and we finna drop this Boosie token, and it's gonna be everywhere, bro. And it's gonna be everywhere. The Boosie tokens, yeah.
Yeah, but the liquor's still popping. You actually
The
sent me a
liquor's
couple
still
bottles.
popping, the chip's still popping. I'm working on my own hand sanitizer now. Tootie finna drop his album. My daughter just dropped her album.
Oh, wait. Your daughter got an album? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she just dropped the album on Halloween.
Okay, what's her rap name?
Poison Ivy. That's the name of the...
Poison Ivy.
Yeah. So I'm just basically... And I just wrote another film called The Little Saints. Getting with Pac-Man Jones. We gonna get Westlake High. We finna shoot that. I wrote another one called The Wig. This one will be crazy. I'm in discussions with B. Simone about paying her right now. So, and I wrote Black Mexican also. So I'm just writing films and staying focused and, you know, just trying to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm finna drop my own shoe line too. My own shoe line.
Oh, wait. You got
shoe
a
line
Boosie
and clothing
sneaker
line.
coming out.
Country bunking.
Okay. Country bunking sneakers?
Yeah, country bunking.
Okay.
Fresh as fuck. I'm gonna have the whole world with them bitches on. Yeah, that's how I'm coming. Yeah, I ain't playing. I sell water to a well, nigga. And the well got water everywhere.
Have you thought of doing NFTs?
I've been DMing this two guys and I've been making them trying to educate me on it. You know, I'm so interested, but before I do anything, I like to be educated on it. For when I go sit with the big motherfuckers, I can have some education into what I'm talking about. But I'm definitely in talks with people trying to educate me on it to where I can explain it in my ghetto words.
Dope, man, dope. And you know, we touched on this, and because I remember when you got locked up on October 12th. Tootie actually texted me. I guess he got a hold of your phone and was like, "Hey, my dad is locked up right now. You know, he's facing three misdemeanors and 2 felonies for the shit at the concert and so forth." So, you know, we wrote that up right away. But is that legal situation worked out at this point, or are you still dealing with it?
Nah, I'm still dealing with it, you know. It's a civil matter now. It's a civil matter and a criminal matter, you know, so that's why, you know, and I was, you know, it's just all kind of shit. They need to send me my damn front row seat money back, Hawks. The season has started. Can you please send me my money back? Thank you. If anybody from the Hawks are watching this interview, can you please send me my money back? Please, I'm banned. Do the right thing. Please send me my money back.
There we go. Boosie, man, always a pleasure. Congrats on your artist success. Every time we do it, you always got something new. You're always elevating. No one can cancel you, which I love.
Ban who?
I absolutely love. Ban who?
Blackball who? My ball's been black. Yeah, they been scared of me. Talking about blackball. Blackball who? My ball's been black, man. They been scared of me, man. I don't like how they do it. Now they trying to, I'm finna stop doing all them cons. You know what? Now they trying to tell me, Vlad, can you come with 5 people? Fuck no! You book me? Fuck no! You ain't gonna tell other artists come with 5 people? Yeah. Fuck no! I'm coming how I come with my soldiers every time. We ain't starting no shit, never, but we ready.
Right. And
fucking 5
tell
people.
me what your current Instagram is, because I actually
Man,
I can't keep
start
track.
posting my current Instagram. America's Most Wanted.
What is it though? I don't know what it is. It changes
America's
every 2 weeks.
Most Wanted IG.
Is that what it is? I thought it was something else. Now.
No, America's Most Wanted IG. I'm America's Most Wanted on IG. The perfect name.
Let me make sure it's still up.
America's Most Wanted IG.
160,000 followers. Ooh, I know that hurts. I know that hurts.
I ain't making money off Instagram.
I know. I know that hurts. Where were you at your height?
11 million.
11 million.
I ain't you know why? You know why? Only 110,000 bought my movie. So all that's fake. So 10,900,000 of that, what that is? That ain't no real love. See them 150,000, that might be the real one. Who to go follow me again and again and again. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that 11. I ain't crying over that. 110,000 people bought my shit out 11 million. That means 10,900,000 people ain't supporting me.
Hey, yeah, listen, because I had problems trying to find it. Remember, I texted you before the interview. I'm like, yo, what is your current IG? Because I can't even find it. So yeah, all these 160,000, those are hardcore Boosie fans. Because they went and hunted it down.
Appreciate them. I love them too.
There we go. There we go. And shout out to your baby picture. You were the world's fattest baby.
Yeah. I told him, look, I've been doing this shit since a baby. Look at that fucking picture. I knew I was the shit. I knew I was the shit.
That's what it is, Boosie, man. Always a pleasure. Always an honor, man. Congrats, man. Congrats to just standing up and being you and saying, fuck what society says, fuck what the current trends are, fuck what cancel culture tells you, fuck what the, whatever the current.
Do it all, bro. Vlad, what was the quote I was saying earlier?
Let's pull it up again.
What was the quote? I'm high, refresh me.
I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not.
Moral of the story.
There you go. That's how we're going to end it. Boosie, until next time, my man. Peace.